There we go. Then we got a nice shot of Brendan's nuts.
I don't know what we're doing here now.
No, leave it. We liked it.
No. We like the ball shot, man. We love it. We don't discriminate here. We're not bothered.
Hey, Mike, I'm a bit ropey today, mate. Leave me alone.
Hey, Anthony. So, listen, I know Brendan. You know what I mean? He works hard. He plays hard. He went out there Saturday night. We're going to get to the fight in a minute. But you've been enjoying yourself, right? You've been letting your hair down. You're the champion of the goddamn world, Brendan. Rightly so.
You could say I've been letting my hair down, Mike. Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
What'd you do after the fight?
Well, I probably can't say it on this podcast, but we had a good old time, mate, judging by this ashtray here.
Oh, shit.
My guy. Hey, Brian, do me a favor. Go to Brendan's Instagram page because this is hilarious. You're in what casino was it in? You're walking through. It was clearly like 8 o'clock in the morning or something because the casino's dead. And then there's a guy, I've seen him many times. He does like a Bruce Buffer ripoff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Did you forget you posted that?
No. I just literally bumped into him after the fight. He was pissed out of his head as well. And I went, "You're that guy that does the thing." And he's like, "Yeah." So I said, "Go on, give me one then." And he's like, "No, I'm not ready." And I was like, "What do you mean you're not ready?" I said, "Come on, let's get it done." And he just
let's watch this. This is brilliant. Where's this, Brendan? Which casino?
Virgin.
27 wins, 4 losses, 3 stats, 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 145
Shirt came up and everything.
Out of Manchester.
Oh, it was great.
Brilliant.
Wow. He is the new Bruce Buffer.
Well, if Bruce Buffer ever retires, which I don't think he will. All right, all jokes aside, let's talk about that fight, Brendan, because I was watching it Saturday night and there was Game Bred Boxing 4 on. So I was watching PFL on TV. I had Game Bred on my phone. But then when you came on, of course, I was paying attention. Mate, listen, Marlon Moraes, he's been around for a long time. He's had some ups and downs, but he is still a very, very good, very technical opponent. You went out there, mate, and I was blown away. You made it look so easy. He couldn't get near you. You were one step ahead. You were faster. You were better. You were more technical. You were more dangerous. And you just wiped the floor with him with those calf kicks, mate. So congratulations. I mean, there's not much more to say, really.
No, I appreciate it, Mike. And I feel like now, really, really, I'm peaking, mate. And if you look at the run that I've been on now, in them names, Tyler Diamond, Shaman Moraes, Chris Wade, Bubba Jenkins, Marlon Moraes, some big names in there now that I've been beating and beating comfortably as well. And I'm glad that they signed guys like Marlon because I need more bigger names, Mike. There's just not enough big names there for me at the minute. And realistically, there's 9 other guys in my weight. I've already beat 6 of them. Do you know what I mean? So now I have to rematch them and all that. So that's the unfortunate thing about it. But the positives are, I'm on my way to another million, mate. I really am.
Obviously Marlon's fought the best dudes in the world. He's got a win over Aljamain Sterling, who's, the UFC champion. That dude is good, but he's had a little bit of, maybe some durability problems lately. I expected you to kind of test that right away, like early, and just really chase that knockout. I thought going to the leg kicks was genius though. Did you guys, is that something that you just seen fight time adjustment, or were you planning on attacking his legs low right away?
I think that's my major weapon at the minute. I mean, my last 3 fighters, Chris Wade, Bubba, and him, they've all been on crutches after the fight for weeks, mate. It's just like, I don't know, in England, we grew up playing football. I just ended up with good kicks, do you know what I mean? And
that's actually a really good point, Brendan.
I'm being deadly serious. I played football when I was younger, and I've just got really strong legs, so just and I think it's more the timing. I'll jab you, and then when you step forward, I'll take your leg, then I'll fake the jab, go low. I'm kind of playing with your range there, and that's what I've been doing in the last couple of fights, and I've really got it down now.
So I'm not being petty or anything like that, even though everyone in the comment section was like, Bisping's so petty. But the first time I ever commentated for the UFC was 2019 in Fortaleza, Brazil, right? First time I commentated. Main event, or I don't know if it was main event, but one of the fights, I think it might have been, was Marlon Moraes versus Rafael Assunção, right? And Marlon went out there, wiped him out in the first round, battered him and then finished him with a guillotine. When I got back to the hotel, I saw him there in the hotel, so I went over. I said, Marlon, that was amazing. That congratulations. Do you know what he did? He went,
no way.
No, he didn't.
Yeah. So when I saw you Saturday night kick the lid out of him, I was like, go on, Brendan. Go on, lad.
Hell, mate. Well, I got him for you then, Mike. You know what I mean? You owe me a beer next time.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Don't worry about that. You're driving off to Vegas shortly, are you?
No, I'm driving to LA. I'm just leaving it now, mate. Look at it. LA. Let me take you around here, please. Like, there's a fucking bowling alley in the room, mate. Look.
Damn. Man, look at that.
What hotel did you say you're in? The MGM?
It's got a sauna, steam room, bowling alleys, pool tables. I don't even know who I am anymore, mate.
You've come a long way from Manchester, mate. Jesus Christ.
No, we've had a good buzz in here, mate. It's been great. But yeah, I'm driving back to LA today.
What's going on in LA?
Love's taking a few days off, mate. Like, fucking remember me and you had a chat about this. Like, I already know I'm going to be fighting again in 7 weeks. So it's just like, it's horrible, mate. You're just back in camp on Monday morning. It's just like, fuck off, leave me alone. I want to just enjoy my life. You know what I mean? But these fights just come thick and fast, and you don't really get much downtime. So I'm going to go see some friends there and try and take a couple of days away from the sport.
Yeah, you know, it kind of works out for me that you guys do fight kind of back to back, because Rob Wilkinson is one of my main training partners. So I was just texting him a little bit ago, like telling him that you're back in the gym already, and he didn't show up today. So I've been giving him a bunch of shit. So just go with my lie. You talked about you already beat 6 of the other 9 guys. Does that get tough to continually have to try to show something new, or are you going to just, you know, like say you're outstriking, you know, obviously you outstruck Marlon. If you end up running into Marlon again, if, you know, he goes and gets a couple finishes, you could see him again in the playoffs. So like, do you just attack it the same way, or do you try to hide some of your wrinkles, or like, how do you attack that with a tournament format?
It's really difficult, mate. It is, because it's like you have to preserve your body.
Right.
Because you pick up anything, then you're taking it into the next fight. And that's happened to me in the previous seasons. I broke my hand in the semis of not last year, the year before, and then had to fight. No, I broke it in the second fight and had to fight in the semis. 7 weeks later, I had surgery and then went and fought like it was stupid. And then like you're picking up little infections because your immune system's so run down. And it really is a marathon, not a sprint. It's a whole different ball game. It really is. It's not just like the UFC or Bellator fight every 3 to 4 months, have a bit of time off. No, this is game on from January to December. You're in camp. Your mind doesn't get to go anywhere because you know your next opponent's coming up. Then after this next one, you're doing a stare down for your next fight. 10 minutes after you fight, it's just like, honestly, mate, it's an hard one. It is difficult, but you are right. I have beat half the guys in here now. So for me, getting Marlon first, I was buzzing because I was like, that's the guy I want, because he's new to the organisation. He's got legacy and name value to it. But yeah, it is going to be difficult to fight Bubba and Wade and all these guys again, because it's just like, I don't really get too much from it now. I really don't.
Right. When they've felt you before. So like you gotta, you know, you spent some time in there with both of those guys. So like now you got to bring something different that maybe they haven't seen before. That's got to be a little bit stressful.
Yes and no, because now that I know I felt them, and I've also beat them, so I know how to beat them. So it does make it a bit easier. But I mean, you can't sit here and moan, because before I got into PFL, I was just begging for activity. I just want to be active. I want to be active. Then when I signed up for this, they're like, there you go. You want to be active. There you go, mate. There's fucking 8 fights in just under 2 years. It's mental.
So, Brendan, you see you don't get much out of it. Mate, you get another $1 million. You're sitting there in the big fancy hotel suite. You got the bowling alley. You got the saunas. You're living life. You're enjoying yourself. You're living wild, and rightly so. How many more fights is it going to take to get that another big check? And Anthony, listen, I did all right, and you're doing well. I never got a check for $1 million. That's like remember the old Pride days? You know, when they would give the massive checks. I always wanted to experience that. That must have felt amazing, but we talked about that last time. But how many more fights, Brendan, until you get another one of those?
No, I get paid for every fight, Mike. I'm on purpose.
Yeah, no, for sure. But, you know, to complete the tournament.
Oh, 3 more. 3 more.
3 more.
I've got 1 more regular season fight, but because I got 5 points, you see, so that puts me at the top of the leaderboard because I finished him, and nobody else in my weight class finished anyone. So I'm pretty much in pole position to go through at the top seed now. And then I fight June 8th Atlanta. And then the semis is August, and then the finals November.
Do you stay in the States for your camps during the season?
This is a really tricky one now, because I used to be in San Diego, but it's like my place is Thailand. That is my place, but traveling 29 hours, to the fight, it's frustrating. But I mean, they're the cards that I've been dealt. That's where I'm most comfortable, and it's clearly paying off, and that's where I get the best out of myself. So I just have to make sacrifices and do that journey.
Yeah, but what a place to be, Brendan. It's amazing. I love Thailand. It's one of my most favorite places on earth. No, I mean, the people are amazing. The food's awesome. The training culture is just next level. Do you know what I mean? And just like the temperature, the climate, it's cheap as chips. You can stay in beautiful places. It really is like a paradise place to train. So listen, it's a bit of a pain in the ass, but if you fly early enough, you get over the jet lag, you're good to go.
Yeah, no, definitely on that. But if you think about it, mate, I'm going to take a couple of days off now, fly over. It takes you a week to get over the jet lag sometimes. Then you're back in camp, and then it takes you a week to get over the jet lag coming this way as well. Because they're so quick, the turnarounds. That's the only thing. But you are right, it's a very small thing. But I just like to be, I'm a perfectionist. I like to have my shit down. Do you know what I mean? So that's just one little negative. But Anthony's right. It probably would have served me better to find somewhere in the States that I could have just stayed and trained. But I do get the best out of myself in Thailand. Like you say, Mike, everything you just mentioned there, it's the best place on planet Earth for the mind, body, spirit, everything. So that's why I make the journey.
All right, well, listen, we won't keep you too much longer because, you just fought at the weekend. You probably got a blazing headache. How's the head? You got a headache?
I feel brand new, mate. I might have another beer.
Go on, son. My guy. See, he's from Manchester. That's just how we do it. People think we're mental. I'm like, come on. What are you talking about? There you go.
There we go.
Hey, when you're in a suite like that, you're knocking people out. You're making it look easy. Come on, you got to enjoy yourself. What's the plan in LA? Just having a few days and just hanging out?
Yeah, got loads of mates there. Just all going to chill with them, go for some nice grill and that. And then I'm off again back in camp.
But you've got another mate that lives just outside of LA. Do you know what I mean? I'll be offended if I don't get a little message, mate. Jesus Christ,
lad, let's go for a pint in LA. Let's do it.
100%, mate. 100%. All right, listen. Anything else, Anthony, before we let him go?
No, man. It's just it was an amazing performance. It was fun to watch. I'm glad you keep coming on, hanging out too. I was wondering if Mike was going to reach out after a while. I was like, we got to talk to that guy because that was incredible. Yeah. But awesome, man. Congratulations.
Thanks for having me on, lads. Cheers.
No, Brendan, honestly, mate, all jokes aside, because, we love a bit of banter and whatnot. What you did Saturday night and what you're continuing to do is unbelievable. Every performance gets better and better. We're friends, but I'm a huge fan of what you're doing as well. So keep it up. We'll talk soon. And I've got a little proposition for you as well, so I'll be in touch. You take care, mate. Enjoy the bevies. Make sure you got a designated driver, mate, because we don't want any nastiness. But Brendan, you're the man. Thank you for joining us after, what would have been a monumental sesh after a monumental performance.
Sound, lads. Nice one.
Yeah, come on. Take it easy, pal. Oh, there it is.